the paperwork that the real estate agent gave me, it's all going to their account. I'm like, what? After all that driving, we finally got to North Carolina and got to see the most cutest grandbaby in the whole wide world. And I do get to say this because she is my grandbaby. She's so precious, little Zoe, and of course her sweet mama, Patty. Our son was out to see in the Marines, but boy, did we have a good time. We're in the car in South Carolina going through Myrtle Beach right now in traffic. We thought we would let you know what's been going on. It's been a whirlwind of 2 weeks. I tell you that, it's been crazy. Getting our RV, it was a mess. We had filled out all of our paperwork the week before our house was to close on June 7th at noon. And so our real estate agent had all of our wiring instructions and had all that kind of good stuff, but a lot of stuff had transpired between us and the agent and the painters and everything. And so that was it's a whole other story, a whole mess about the painting of our house. Anyway, that's finally done, thank God. Anywho, so our real estate agent had all the information, yet the day that our house closed, I kept checking our bank account, like, where's our money, where's our money, where's our money? They told me, oh, about an hour and a half after it closes, you should see the money in your bank account. So about 4:15, I called up the escrow company and I'm like, look, and I'm thinking it's a Friday, this is not good. I'm like, look, I've been checking my account all day, and I don't know what made me ask this, but I said, what numbers do you have for my account for the wiring? What numbers do you have for that? And so she read them off to me and I'm like, that is not my account. And instant panic and then anger set in because I'm like, what? And I'm like, whose account is that? She goes, oh, well, that's the real estate company's account, because she looked on their paperwork because they get their cut. She goes, the paperwork that the real estate agent gave me, it's all going to their account. I'm like, what? Like, where's our money? And so they had sent it as two separate wires, and so I guess they didn't catch it or whatever. They deal with hundreds of wires every day, and so I call up the real estate agent and I'm like, you put our money in the real estate company's account. Like, you need to call your boss. I need a cashier's check now. We had chosen not to go to the closing because we were getting our RV that day, and so a little backtrack on that. We had been, like, our fifth RV, trying to figure this out through all these fifth wheels, and they all just weren't working out the way we thought they were going to work out.
Because we had to keep postponing our closure date.
Right, we had to keep postponing the closure date because of the painters, and we were out there scraping and painting our own house to get it ready to sell so it would pass the VA inspection, which we didn't want to go with in the first place. However, so everything kept getting postponed, and at on Thursday evening, Hop found an RV listed on Facebook Marketplace, and so we texted him and said, hey, is this available? And he goes, yeah, it's available. And then it shows you who your friends are, or acquaintances, or people that they know that you know. And it turns out they were friends with our neighbors, and we know our neighbors, well, our previous neighbors now, we know them very well. We trust them, and he has his own business, and we're like, well, if he knows them, then we know, we'll ask him, but we're pretty sure, that he trusts them if he has them as his friends. And so we went and checked out the RV on Friday morning, about 10:30ish, and we liked it right away. And we gave him part cash and wrote him a check for the balance and said, well, you can cash this afternoon. Our money, our wire transfer will be there this afternoon, so we thought. Sorry for the bumpiness. Hopefully it won't turn out like this, but roads, you know how they are. And so, so he kept calling, or he called a couple times. We're like, no, the money hasn't hit our account yet. No, the money hasn't hit our account. Like, I will call you as soon as the money hits our account, because we wrote this check. They delivered the RV to our driveway. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden Iowa decided to become hot, and it had been cold up until that point, literally cold, and had a storm right before that and a ton of rain with flooding. And so we were loading the RV and all that kind of good stuff, but he doesn't have all of his money yet. And on top of that, he didn't have the title. He needed to pay off the loan, and he said he could get the title in 3 days. So we thought at that point. That's another part of the story. I call the guy and I'm like, look, you need to go get, like, this is like 4:40 in the afternoon. You know, banks.
And we also got to pay for the truck.
Oh yeah, we also have to pay for, that's right. We had to pay for the truck that night. And he wanted a money order because then he doesn't have to worry about it. All that kind of stuff. I'm like, you need to go get me a money order for my truck. You need to go get me a money order for this RV that's sitting in my driveway that we already have like 3/4 of it loaded. And you need to give me a money order for my part of the money that your real estate agent put into your bank account. And so, you know, I'm hitting with him with all this news. So he has to call and verify that yes, the money's in their account. That all takes time. Well, of course, he didn't have enough time to get us all that I wanted. Of course, in the upsetness that I was dealing with at that minute, I was like, well, you better get us our money. Like, I am tired of dealing with you all. Like, I didn't know if this was on purpose or an accident. I have my suspicions, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so the next morning we made a deal that I would meet him at their bank, and I would get money orders from their bank and take care of everything. Like, he would write the money order for our truck, he would write the money order for our RV, and then he would give me a money order that I can take and put in our bank account. And then he said, and that took like an hour and a half, which was really annoying, and I don't know why it took that long, but it did. Like, when we got to the bank, he had to call his accountant and make sure all this crap was okay. And I'm like, why did you tell me to meet you here if this wasn't going to be okay? You know, is all this him hawing, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know what? Pull up your bootstraps, put on your big boy pants, and just do the right thing. Like, I don't care if you write me a personal check. We got to get this fixed, and you need to fix it, and you're going to fix it today. I ain't going anywhere until you fix it, kind of a thing. And he wanted me to sit down and write this agreement with him that they're paying us this money and that they don't owe us anything else. I'm like, fine, whatever. You know, I'm not asking you to give me more money than you owe us, but that is our house, and your real estate agent put it in your bank account, which she shouldn't have done that. She had all the numbers. And so I take the money order to my bank Saturday morning, which is down the street. They tell me it's going to be a 5 business day hold on my money. I start to panic a wee little bit, because at that point, so that was Saturday, and we had to be out of the house on Wednesday. We're paying rent on our house, but it wasn't our house at the point anymore. But we're paying rent because we're in the driveway, still unloading, you know, loading into the RV, unloading the house, loading the RV. It's kind of a drawn out story, but it's really like, what? I can't believe all this. So it was easier to do a video than to try to type it into a blog, but I'll kind of summarize it in my blog. Anyway, so I call him up and I'm like, don't leave the bank. I'm coming back right now. You need to give me $5,000 cash, because I knew we had to leave, and I need to have money for gas and whatever else is, you know, like, we have some money in the bank, but we don't have, you know, we expected to have all of our money in the bank from our house. And so then he has to call his accountant again, and so I go back to the bank, and he gives me the $5,000 cash, and then gives me a money order for the difference, you know, minus the $5,000 cash, because he'd already given me the 2 money orders for the other thing. And then, so then I was able to leave, and it was just a super stressful morning. You know, we had dealt with the thing before, so then we're calling the guy for the RV. We have your money order. I'm calling the guy for the truck. We have your money order. Coops
was good about it.
Yeah, the people who bought the truck from.
For how long?
Okay, the Coops Auto Sales and Service in Vinton, Iowa. They held the truck we're driving in right now for 2.5 weeks with no money down. Actually, we put $1,000 down. And then when we got there, he ripped up the check and we just gave him the whole money order for the whole thing. So he didn't even cash it. So at that point, he had no money in it. They had it detailed, they had it full of gas, and everything. And so really, really, if you need a good auto service, I would say go there. And I'll put a link to them below, just in case. Because you never know when you need somebody good and you're willing to go and get that good deal. And we got an excellent deal on this truck, actually, by the way. An excellent deal. It's a 2017 Dodge Ram 2500. So it's really nice. It's white. It's really big, tall. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall getting in and out of this thing. So, but anyway, so we called him up, and I call up Hop, and I'm like, I am almost there. You need to be ready because we got to go pick up this truck now. Like, and he needed to leave by noon. I keep looking over here, and the camera's over here, and it's weird. So he needed to leave by noon. So I'm going on the back roads to get to Vinton to pick up Hop so we can go to the car place, because I have the car, and buy the truck. And so we got the truck, and then you got to take the money to the guy for the RV. And so, because we didn't want to make him drive to our house, we're the ones that made him wait, even though it wasn't our fault, you know what I mean? We still want to be people of our word and do the right thing. And so, so he took him the check, and we kind of finished up loading, and oh my gosh, it was so stressful. And then we ended up leaving Tuesday night. We didn't stay till Wednesday. We left Tuesday evening, and we decided to go to Cedar Falls, which was about 35 miles from Vinton. And because we needed to go to Camping World the next day. And why did we have to go to Camping World? Oh, we had to get an air conditioner put in.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were worried about going down south with the heat. Thank you, Jesus, we put that in, because I'm telling you what, it's been so hot and stinking ass humid, It's 89 degrees right now, and there's probably 90% humidity. Like, you go outside and it's instant wet. Anyway, so we'd made plans that night to go to a Harvest Host place, Hanson's Dairy Farm. And it started storming and raining. I'm driving the RV for the first time in the big truck, and it's rocking and rolling, and Hop's a champ. He's like encouraging me, oh, you're doing great, you're taking turns really good. And I wasn't knocking out any signs or hitting any cars or anything like that. And I took the back roads to get there. I was not going to drive down the main freeways, until I got a good handle of what it felt like to, that thing is going to drive me insane. But what it felt like to drive the truck. Seriously, Emma, there's got to be a way to turn that sound off.
No, there's not.
I bet you 10 to 1 there is.
No, there's not. It's Mac, keyboard, mouse, you can't.
Emma, my keyboard on my Mac does not do that. My mouse.
I have a different Mac than you.
Girl. Anywho, so we get there, and they had electricity, which was good because, it was raining, and we needed something for that night, and it was cold. It was really cold. And we get there, and Hop goes to plug it in, and what did the outlet look like?
It looked like one for a dryer.
Like a
dryer,
like a receptacle for a dryer. So I'm inside filling out the information. There's nobody there. What?
You're not looking at the camera. You're looking
I
at
know.
the phone screen.
I was looking over there.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh, gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm looking at you right now. Are you hiding from the camera?
Sure.
Yep. I think they're looking for somebody, honestly.
Could be.
Think about it. They're all lined up ready.
Where?
We passed through sheriffs now.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, it is what it is. There's a lot of traffic here. I mean, they might just be waiting. I don't know. Maybe they got a quota for the end of the month. Who knows? Anyway, so we realized really quickly, and it's pouring, that we cannot stay there because we don't have any electricity. And so I'm ferociously looking up RV parks, and then we remembered that it was KOA, right? A KOA campground at the casino and water park in Waterloo. So I called them up. They have 2 spots left, and so we said, okay, we're coming right now, and we get there and we get the spot and we decided to stay at Camping World that next night because it'd be free, because you can hook it, because it was their flagpoles, and at their flagpoles, which is a little hint, at the flagpoles at Camping World, there's a plug where 2 to 4 people can plug in, depending on how they have it set up, but at least 2. It's a first come, first serve. And so so that's what we were gonna do. And so it was a really bad stormy night and everything, but oh my gosh, it was just a whirlwind, trying to, all this upheaval and unsettledness right before we were leaving our home, which was already emotional, then the money, then trying to get our truck and trying to get the RV and pay for everything, and oh my, just and trying to get this registered and all that kind of good stuff, and then making sure that we have permission to, drive and leave the state with the RV that we have paid for, but we don't have the title to. So we had him write us a bill of sale, and then he told us like 2 or 3 days into it that, they told him the real estate company, the lender told him that they had to report it to the DOT because it's an RV and it's going to take 30 days. I panicked a little bit, and we just kind of looked at each other like, oh boy. So he, like I said, he had written us a bill of sale, and I asked him to mail one to my daughter-in-law's house because we were going there to meet our grandbaby. I'll put in some little footage right here of our grandbaby Zoe, and it was so precious because she took her first steps to me, which was really cool because our daughter Emma took her first steps to my father, her grandpa.
And she started doing it to me because I was holding a Sprite can and she walked to me.
Right, which he's not here anymore, so he's in heaven. Thank you, because I was starting to get cold. And so, anyway, it was just a lot of upheavalness and like, okay, can we do this? Are we allowed to leave the state? Or are we going to get in trouble? What if we get pulled over? La 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 la. And we had gotten insurance. We had done all that kind of good stuff and paid for everything. So we knew we were insured. We knew, we called up a couple people, made sure this was legal. Yeah, it's legal. You're fine. Looked it up, but it was just an upheaval of trying to make sure that we had our money, we secured a truck, we secured an RV, we have everything loaded into it, the animals are all settled, we have 3 dogs, right there, 2 right here and 1 on the floor, and we have a cat.
In the trailer because she hates being in the truck. Yeah.
And would prefer to stay in the trailer because she unfortunately scratched Emma
on my leg
to death this morning trying to get her in the car. And so it's just been an upheaval of things, and it's just been crazy. But I have some really cool footage of going through the Tennessee mountains that I'll put in here. But I just wanted to keep you guys informed of what we're doing. And so we were able to visit our daughter-in-law and grandbaby. We were there for a week and a half. And now we have left. We're in South Carolina, like I said. And we're making our way slowly. We're not going to rush, because we rushed. Not rushed, but we wanted to get here. We moved. We got from, Iowa down to North Carolina pretty quick, I would say. So like 3.5, 4 days to get there. And so we're going to Texas to visit my friend and to see some family. And then we're going to shoot back up to Iowa. It's going to be weird not going home because that is our home back there. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it.
I can show it.
Okay. That's our home back there now. And we're going to give you a tour of our home. but we don't have a driveway. Whoops, sorry. We don't have a driveway or anything like that to go and park at. So we have some reservations at a state park, and because Hop has some doctor's appointments, and we got to get a second key fob, and I guess there's a recall on our truck, and so yeah, so that's what's going on. Anyway, I hope you didn't mind me rambling on, but I just wanted to get you caught up on what has happened and where we are and what's going on, and where we are going and what we are doing. And in our next video, we went and visited the aquarium in North Carolina.
That was so much fun.
That was so much fun. And Emma and I both had little GoPros. And so we'll show you the footage of those. I mean, it was so cool. You got a pet, you know, like a hands-on experience. Yeah.
I'm not sure if mine exactly worked, and I was a little shaky, so
that's
sorry
all right
if you see shaking a little bit. So,
yeah, we can fix that. So that'll be fun, but that's our next video coming out. And I hope you join us. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Even if you didn't, give us a thumbs up. It helps other people find this video. And we want to share our journey with you. You know, life is what you make it, and life isn't just about work and jobs and a mortgage. And we decided to define our life differently. So that's what we're doing. We hope you join us with this journey. Talk to you soon.